If you've ever finished something hard, taken a breath, and immediately thought, okay, but what's next? If you have spent years consuming content, collecting tools, feeling seen, but never actually shifting, FYI, this is the last episode I'm going to be recording on this particular podcast. And possibly the most important thing I've said in 5 years. We're moving. Okay. But yes, and I want to rhetorically ask you something. Being real with yourself, firstly and always. How long have you been listening to podcasts about ADHD? Podcast, books, what have you, audiobooks, right? Consuming content about ADHD. How many episodes have you saved? How many reels have you saved? How many frameworks have you written down word for word, created notes on? How many times have you thought, yes, that's me? And then gone back to feeling stuck by Tuesday. Yeah, yikes. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not failing or flailing. Okay. You have, in my humble opinion, been given tools without a blueprint. Just tool, 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 tool. Everybody gets a tool. Now what? Information without transformation. Tips without a path. I've been part of the problem. Okay. I am not negating myself. 5 years, well, actually, it's been more like 5 years of me working for myself, maybe 3 of those were Adventures in Coaching as a podcast, plus entrepreneurship has taught me validation is not transformation. Feeling seen is the beginning, and it is lovely, and it is not the destination. And what late diagnosed ADHD women, dare I say, actually need is not another episode about executive dysfunction or another framework for time management and what is time blindness. That's all out there. You can find that. I believe that we get to now have a sequence or a pathway, something that helps to envision a new foundation with then domino style steps to follow, dare I say. I'm chagrined almost to say healing does have a bit of an order. One cannot set boundaries from a dysregulated nervous system. Uh, you can't trust in your intuition if you've not spent any time trusting yourself. You cannot stop people pleasing if you're still running from the original wound that made people pleasing necessary. What are you saying, Vic? It's not all ADHD. Yes, that is what I'm saying. I knew these things. I wasn't delivering these things to you until now. I've spent the better part of 2025 in both deep reflection and receiving feedback. Yes. My honeymoon, a long hibernation season, sitting with the question, what does this work actually get to be and how can it be delivered through me? My desk is messy. The answer that kept coming back was braver, clearer, more structured, more intentional. Stop making good episodes. Start facilitating actual transformation. It can even be done in this way. So I'm burning it down. Wow. I am in the midst of building something better, and I'm sharing that with you now. It has become and will move forward as victorious coaching. So here's what I want you to imagine for a second, or a few seconds. 6 months from now, you wake up, you make a decision without asking 5 people for their opinion. before you make your decision. You feel something uncomfortable, and instead of spiraling for 3 days or more, you're able to catch it, regulate. Seems small, pretty big. You say no as a full sentence. Mhm. And you don't spend the next week apologizing for your no. Your shoulders aren't up around your ears, tight like your jaw. Everything drops. You're not white knuckling. You can breathe fully from the belly, not just up here. It's possible. It's not a fantasy. That is what a more regulated or in the process of regulating nervous system plus some self-trust work can actually produce. And that is what is waiting for you with Victorious Coaching. It is specifically for late ADHD, late diagnosed neurodivergent women who are complete with strategies designed for non-hormonal men. They are done with coaches who don't understand why traditional approaches aren't landing. They may send you into shame spirals. If you know me, you know should is shame. If you're done with performing functionality while quietly falling apart behind the scenes. If that's you, come with me. I will put the link to follow in the description, but of course, you could just find Victorious Coaching on YouTube, subscribe. The journey officially begins March 2nd, 2026. If you're seeing this after then, see me over there. Your shoulders are about to drop. Trust your girl, and let's do this. I'll catch you over there.